I think the expectations are excitement and overall just anxious to get ready. And we've been practicing last week and a half, finishing up our qualifying at this point, and I think just across the board the guys are just ready to get out and compete. Well, this will be our third year going back, so for some of the guys they have seen it 2 times. It's a very challenging golf course. I mean, the length is up there at 7,400 yards. You need to drive it very accurately, straight off the tee. It's tight, demanding. Greens are pretty big, so definitely your speed and your pace is very pivotal there. And the biggest thing that I've noticed is the rough around the greens is really thick, and you could have a good lie or a bad lie. So it's somewhat luck of the draw on where your ball ends up. And we just always talk about just trying to hit those big greens and give yourself as many putts as possible. From the standpoint of if you put yourself in that thick rough around the greens, 15, 20 feet might be the best chip possible. So just from tee to green, it's a very challenging golf course. It really, exposes any weaknesses you have in your game at this point. But a good ball striker and someone that can stay in the moment and play with patience can be very successful there. So we're definitely excited to go back there. And having 2 juniors that have basically played in every tournament and have led across the board the last couple of years, I expect a big jump. And I expect and I think they expect it too. And I think that's something we've talked about wrapping up last year and going into this year, is they're not the young guys who are gaining experience. They're now the leaders, and they have acted that way and participated and played at a high level this last year. But I think they just play with a lot of confidence, and I think it's good for the younger guys now, the freshmen and sophomores, to see that, because we're going to be made up primarily of freshmen, sophomores, and juniors that are going to be in the lineup. And definitely good to have some veterans and some juniors that can come in and lead and hopefully score well and rub off on everyone else and make a good impact.